Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about some things that have been happening and just go into a little bit of what I think is happening. And I'd like to read a few quotes from Thomas Jefferson too. This week a girl was told by her teacher that the flag she drew in art class was offensive. She drew on a piece of paper a flag, the American flag, and they said "God Bless America" on it. And her teacher, in front of everyone, said that her artwork was offensive. The American flag and "God Bless America" is offensive in the United States of America. Also, at an elderly home says because food is supplied by the government, seniors can no longer pray before the meal due to separation of church and state. So here we're attacking religion, which is ridiculous. What are you going to do? Take these people's food, take the food away from these people if they pray? I can't even imagine that. Is that really freedom of religion? You know, it really shocks me that we're going to possibly take food out of the mouths of the elderly if they feel as though if they exercise their right to pray to any god they want to pray to. Danny Glover was at a college graduation, and he was a keynote speaker there, and he refused to put his hand over his heart during the Pledge of Allegiance, and someone yelled out, "Put your hands over your heart, Glover," and he didn't. He refused, and he made up some stupid excuse later that he was all caught up in the music and the national anthem, and he forgot. How do you forget to do that? You don't forget. He's a hater of America. He's along the same lines as Barack Obama. They feel as though that these communist nations south of us are what this country needs to emulate. And those people down there, if they're having any economic problems whatsoever, their government is telling them that it's us. It's the United States of America that is responsible for their plight in life and the fact that they're having economic problems. That's why all of these countries south of us are rising up against us. And the mainstream media wants you to believe it's simply because of the new Arizona immigration law, but that couldn't be further from the truth. And another one, 4 kids sent home from school after wearing American flag T-shirts on Cinco de Mayo. It's just an example of who the real enemy in this country to this regime is. And it's the American people, and it's American patriotism, it's our flags, it's our religion, is the enemy to this regime and this ideology that is running this country into the ground, I might add. I find it shocking. It's very distressing. Every day I feel alone. Because there's really nothing we can do about it. They have control of the media. They have the White House. They have the Senate, the Congress. They're gonna stir up. We're gonna win the seats back. Let's put it that way. We're gonna win the seats back in November. But I really believe the damage is done. The Reformation has been created. There's large groups of people in this country, when we start trying to take back these things that have happened, are going to rise up, and there will be violence in the streets. And I don't believe that this regime rather, is going to do a whole lot about it against these people. If it were Tea Parties, they would call out they put their boot in the throat of the Tea Party. But with these people, they're fighting for what they want. So believe you me, they will not crack down on them like they should be cracked down on. But let me read you a couple things from Thomas Jefferson. Because, see, these people understood. They educated themselves in history. They were creating a new nation. They did not want to emulate what they had just left, or emulate anything in history that had ever been a mistake, that did not work out for the people. So what they did is they studied Greece, they studied Rome, they studied Europe, and they decided that the United States would be a republic. That's why every day Barack Obama says this is a democracy. But we are a republic. And that's what they created in this country, and which limits government, because big government is bad, and they knew that. And big government is totalitarian, and they knew that. That's why they created a republic, a government restrained by laws. But this government, this regime, within the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years, has decided that that no longer works for them anymore, and they're gonna go for it. They're gonna change this country. They're going to create the Reformation for the change by destroying the economy, by creating massive debt, which collapses. And then in a crisis, they can take over. They can change our Constitution. They can change our way of life. They can change our system. And that's what they're doing. Thomas Jefferson said, a government big enough to give you everything you want is strong enough to take everything you have. And that's what they're doing. The health care bill. To compel a man to furnish contributions of money for the propagation of opinions which he disbelieves and abhors is sinful and tyrannical. A wise, frugal government leave men free to regulate their own pursuits of industry and improvement. They shall not take from the mouth of labor the bread that it has earned. This is the sum of good government. This one I love, okay, because the progressives in this country have wrapped themselves in this one, and it's all to dumb down this country, to educate the people that don't worry, government is there to take care of you. You go watch American Idol, you have a good life. Don't worry, you don't have to worry about competing and even making that much money, because money can't buy you happiness. That's what they're all about, teaching the people. I believe it was Ben Bernanke who just came out and told college students that the other day. A rich guy telling college students that don't try to make money. It's not going to be what you thought. They're just setting them up because they're lowering the standard of living to bring us down and bring other people up where we meet in the middle. But we're going to be living a lower. Educate and inform the whole mass of the people. They are the only sure reliance for the preservation of our liberty. And the key is not the preservation of our liberty. They don't believe in that part of it, but educate and inform the whole mass. They embraced this. They use this as a way in. And they control the education system where they're indoctrinating our children to believe that our own country is evil. Is the evil in the world, capitalism. Educating our children to hate America. And it's working. It's working. Most people under the age of 30 are pretty much clueless to what's happening. I mean most. There are a lot of people out here, young people who know, who are very intelligent and understand what's happening. But there's more that don't, and don't care. Don't care. Let's hope that'll turn around. God bless America.